Okie doke, guys. Can you believe it? It's going to be 40 episodes of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I'm really surprised that this has gone on so strong for so long. I know it's kind of paradoxical since I've also been saying I wish the game was longer, knowing that we're at the second last case. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, it's been going on for 20 hours already. Goodness gracious me, oh my. Maybe that is a call indeed that the game has been a little slow-paced at times, I suppose. To feel that it's been so long and yet at the same time wish that there was more to it, I guess. I don't know. The game has been stellar so far, so I'm super happy. Any complaints I have are pretty minor, honestly. Oh gosh, what are we doing now? Humongous amount of backstory, a real backstory extravaganza last time, as we found out that Edgeworth was involved in the same case that Maya and Mia's mother was, DL6, which is at the chopping block at the moment, that case. Its statute of limitations is fast approaching. How very mysterious. Edgeworth technically, okay, I was a bit of a lie on my part. He was not part of DL6 himself, but his father was the victim in that case. And the guy who is now dead, Hammond something. John Hammond? Robert Hammond, right, yes, Robert Hammond was the defense attorney who ended up acquitting the actual guy who was suspected of killing Edgeworth's dad. Very mysterious. Here's Misty Faye, Mia and Maya's mother and the spirit medium. He disappeared. Oh, I missed that. Oh, good thing that I checked this dossier. I completely forgot that she's apparently missing, even. They probably talked about that earlier, but oh my god, with all these twists, who can keep up? And who the hell is this guy? Oh! Okay, that's Gregory Edgeworth, the victim of the other case, DL6, and Miles Edgeworth's dad. Okay, that's what he looked like. Good to know. So, by the way, Edgeworth is on the floor at the moment, if you guys don't remember. There's an earthquake, and he is now in a fetal position on the ground, which is the explanation for him being gone from the scene. But we did finally get him to agree to have Phoenix represent him. So now it's time for us to go and hand in the little note that says, yes, I'd like Phoenix to be my lawyer. I'm gonna guess we're also gonna have Lotta come up again, because Lotta said that she was coming to the police station. So let's go see what happens as we go there. Apart from that, I really can't remember anymore what else we could do. We met Larry Butts again, that's true. He's now dressed up as Santa and selling hot dogs in Gourd Lake. On Christmas Day, no less. My goodness. I suppose, once again, I don't know how it is in Japan, but of course, Christmas doesn't have the same kind of cultural importance there. Certainly, they celebrate it because, basically every place celebrates some form of end-of-the-year party around Christmas, I suppose, but I don't know if it's a national holiday, for example. I don't know if you get days off on Christmas Day in Japan. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't. It could go either way, honestly, in my mind. Anyway, let us carry on. Ah, Gumshoe, the man I was looking for. Perfect. What's going on here? What's wrong, detective? This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal? A lot of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? Oh yeah, because Gumshoe's on Edgeworth's side as well, so he does not appreciate someone else being a witness to the murder. That's kind of funny and also really sweet, and also a little sad. You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, are you implying something? Because I don't think anyone else here was saying. No, sir! Is there anything new to talk about? Oh my goodness, there is lots of new stuff to talk about. So let's do that before we hand in Edgeworth's little paper slip. Excuse me. So, what did Miss Hart say? She says she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol. What? She even had a photograph to prove it. Right, I saw it too. But you really can't tell from the photo who it is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. Oh my god. 2001 CSI. It's hot at the time. Let's go. Enhance! She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. Wow, actually the game calling out how stupid a concept it is to enhance a photo. And again, in 2001 no less. Freaking Ace Attorney dropping some stealth shade on CSI. Like, right at the minute. Actually, I don't remember what year CSI started, but it's definitely around that time. I remember it was early aughts when I saw commercials for that show, so definitely I can pin it around that time. Exact year, I don't know, maybe it was maybe like a year after this came out in Japan or something, I don't know. She can do that? Okay, so there's going to be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great. I'm actually not, for once, I'm the one not sweating, because I'm not particularly worried about this photo being all that spectacular once it is enlarged, so yeah. For once, I'm more confident than Phoenix is. Odd that. In any case, she's gonna be the one testifying tomorrow. Huh? What happened to the other witness? Yeah, who we don't even know who they are yet. Isn't that fascinating? Well, apparently there was a cancellation. A cancellation? What does that mean? How do you... we'll have to ask about that, because that's very mysterious. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it to this life or death sentencing. Nah, just too busy. Gotta go take care of the groceries, I'm afraid tomorrow is gonna be life or death for poor Mr. Edgeworth. We got a witness who says she saw the very moment of the murder. And we got a photo taken when the shot rang out. I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's gotta be something I've overlooked. Your guess is as good as mine, dear viewer, because I'm actually not sure. The only thing is, we could work a lot on the whole you're actually there to see Gordy thing, but that seems completely irrelevant to the actual case, so I don't think that's gonna lead anywhere. We'll see, we'll see. Sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is going to ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just asked to file the paperwork. But you still got time, pal! Go talk to him again, for me, please. You have to convince him. You have to make him let you defend him, please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal. You're the only one who can save Mr. Edgeworth. Well, as it happens, Gumshoe. Hold on. I actually am. Ooh, let's just show some of this stuff real quickly. We haven't had some of this stuff to show to him, I don't think. Like this photo. No, not that. I wanted to present it. Yeah, let's do the Edgeworth thing last. Alright. Oh, that was new dialogue, but I ran through it, sorry. I thought that was the generic text. It is the generic text, he's just got new generic text. Let's read it real quick. Hey, pal, there's only one thing I want to see from you. And that's a letter of request from Mr. Edgeworth for you to be his defense attorney. As it conveniently happens, right here is a letter of request asking me to be his defense attorney. Look what I got. Huh. Hey, you did it, pal! Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip 'em up and start new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then. Good luck, pal. Oh, good luck indeed. Oh. Hey. You guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. Oh, Gumshoe knows about Edgeworth's extreme earthquake phobia. I don't think it's an entirely unreasonable phobia, especially in Japan. Or I guess California. That's a nice little confluence. Like, both are earthquake-prone areas, so... I guess California's less? Because I'd never really hear about them. Honestly. Anyone who's in California, write in. Tell me the last time there was an earthquake around your place. I'm genuinely curious. I never hear about earthquakes in the West Coast. I suppose there's a lot more natural hazards at the moment you guys have to deal with, unfortunately. My condolences to everyone who's been affected by those freaking wildfires. Ugh, that sucks. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's carry on. He did seem to overreact a little, now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later! Huh. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Wow, is that gonna be a plot point somehow? Odd. Well, I guess we gotta file that under it might be relevant. Mm-hmm. And then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. I wonder if we're going to find that out in today's episode, or indeed later on, I suppose, depending on how long this case goes. A little early for it to be continued in today's episode, but that's fine. Let us carry on. Oh god, we actually are going into court. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing in there. Well, I guess we gotta try. Karma. That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. Manfred von Karma. Ooh! At first I thought Phoenix was just talking about the general concept of karma from Buddhism. Like, wow, Edgeworth is getting introspective. But no, it's a guy called von Karma? Manfred von Karma. That's a really amazing name for a character. That's sick. I love it. I mean, this game has had great names, but Manfred von Karma is a great name for, like, a really, really tough prosecutor. I dig it. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, Wright. A god! Holy cow, how have I never heard of this character before? Because, well, like I said, I'm not that familiar with Phoenix Wright, the series, as you can probably tell from these 40 episodes where I've just been like, "Day, what is going on?" But I knew Edgeworth, and I always thought he was the main, antagonist. I thought he was the big deal villain, but obviously I didn't think he was like super evil, but he was like the opponent of Wright. Primarily, first of all, he's had a very quick kind of character development in this game, so I can't really see him being the opponent too much in the future. But also, how have I never heard of this Karma guy? It sounds incredible. Yeah, like I knew about, Phoenix and Edgeworth, and I kind of knew about Maya. I kept that to myself when we were doing the Maya case, I know. A little sneaky on my part, but, it's one of those, like, I've seen the character art in a lot of places in conjunction, so I kind of figured that she was going to join the cast. But, like, otherwise, like, I don't really know much about the series beyond that. Like, I try to think. Well, I mentioned, in one episode, I mentioned that Godot guy in when I got the Steam trading card. Truth be told, I have seen that character art somewhere online before, the dude with the Geordie LaForge visor thing, which makes me suspect he's like a very popular character. I'm gonna guess, because I've seen a lot of people use that as like their forum avatar. But again, I have no clue what that character is. Like, the only way you can find out is by playing ahead. I'm guessing he's not Manfred von Karma. That would be odd, because I've seen the name is Godot, according to that Steam card, so... I'm assuming it's Godot and not Godot. I'm assuming it's a reference to that play, Waiting for Godot, so, you know. Let's not focus on that and focus on the actual thing we're doing here, which is, apparently we're taking on the scariest prosecutor in the world, who is somehow even scarier than Edgeworth, who has been billed as the scariest lawyer all throughout this game. Oh boy. Again, it's supposed to be the finale, so I get it. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. Yeah, this kind of sounds like, again, the hype they're giving for Karma here was the hype I had in my mind for Edgeworth when we started this game. So that's why I'm like, wow, there's a guy who's like Edgeworth squared? Oh my god. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. Ooh, yeah, he did do that. He kind of did do that a little bit. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Holy cow, that's an extra 0 on the end. So it's like Edgeworth 0. Oh, so was he your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Is that what they're actually implying? It would make sense. Like, that would be, like, really good. Like, we've beaten Edgeworth, now we'd have to take on his master, who taught him everything he knows, as in is apparently, again, even more vicious. Huh. Alright, I'm pretty hyped. I'm scared, but hyped. Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. Oh god, that's a 0 at the end. And the numbers are doubled. Heavens. So it's like E.G. Worth 0. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Wow, that's an interesting way to frame it, but it's true. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry. I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. But what convenient for the story's sake for us to have stakes, that we don't just have Mia right away. Fair enough. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Maybe my voice acting was a little loud for whispering, but I did not have the cue, so what are you gonna do? It's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Don't you worry, Edgeworth. I'm sure we got this. I'm sure this Karma guy can't be half as bad as you say, which would still make him 10 times as bad as you said, if he was half as bad as you say. Math. It's fun. Don't look at me like that, it is. Anyway. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Jesus! Freaking Dracula over here? Look at this guy. Although now I see where Edgeworth gets some of his fashion sense. They've got both that fancy frilly ascot. Makes sense. Mr. Von Karma? Is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. Holy shit, he spooks the judge? He's even got the judge scared. What a way to sell this guy as turbo evil. Because the judge has been the authority throughout the game, you know? They kind of were implying that Mr. White had him in his pocket, but despite that, he was still such an authority in the red-white cross-examination that, still. Very well. Your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? Okay, I love Maya's expression here. That's incredible. I think she's done that before, but that's hilarious. I call the detective in charge of this case. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Well, technically Gumshoe is on our side, so, it's shameful, kind of, but he is biased in our favor, so we might get off easy with this. Let's see how Von Karma destroys him, I assume is where this is going. Him destroying our one like ace in the hole. Describe the incident. Now! Yes, sir! Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. That's not a very middle, but I'll allow it. It's still far away from shore. Unless that car and house are to scale, which... That's a big car, but more than that, that's still pretty close to the shore, but I doubt it. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record. Right. We might get some work done with this. It certainly helped us in the past 2 cases to have a map of the crime scene. Sorta. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now! Wait! Mr. Von Karma! Yes? Actually, I'm the one... No, I'm getting German with the judge as well. Hold on, let's try that one again. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Oh, man. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. At least we get to... Oh, but this is still the testimony. Let's see if Von Karma will even let us do a cross-examination. We'll see. Is his whole deal just... It's not even that he's a good prosecutor. It's just that he is so incredibly scary that no one dares speak up against him. I don't know, because that's the vibe I'm getting at the moment.
A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So, we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh god, I don't have anything I can poke holes in on there.
I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now!
Okay, well at least he's being cooperative on that front. Judges us like... because, man, Von Karma is judge, and probably jury and executioner, if everything goes as I expect them to. Alright, let's first go to what Phoenix and Maya have to say. You know, that's always fun to hear. Nick, doesn't it seem like... Whoa, oh, sorry, my voice. Doesn't it seem like Detective Gumshoe is being a little vague?
I bet Von Karma is feeding him lines. His testimony's probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press.
What do we do?
Grit our teeth and press, I guess. What else can we do?
Well said, Nick. You're the man.
Hey, thanks, Maya. Let's get to work. Seems like the game wants us to press, although that sounds like this time pressing might be a bad move. We'll see. We'll see how crafty this Karma is. He's intimidated Gumshoe and the judge, but he hasn't gotten to Phoenix yet. Although he's certainly gotten to me.
You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right?
That's a good point. There's a good angle, but of course we know that there's 2 witnesses, so I assume this is where that's leading. Whoa, he's... That was incredible how deep his voice was. He sounded like a freaking hot crime lord.
That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were 2 witnesses.
Ah!
Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping.
The woman who was camping? Lot of heart.
What happened next, detective?
Alright, headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. Let's see. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake?
Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto for the month is get there quick.
Wasn't that their motto already like 2 cases ago, in like September? I can't get over that. That's so hilarious.
Objection. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review.
Oh wow, Edgeworth learned even that from him?
So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir.
Alright, they found Edgeworth. This is a good thing to press on, I think.
What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Just goes to show you how stone cold he is.
That's not helping my case. Why am I saying that out loud?
Detective! The court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir.
Man, he's got his share of objections. He is pretty good. I don't want to press him on this because it was like, didn't you really? And then it's gonna be like, well, yeah, actually. And that's gonna just make my case worse. I don't know, let's give it a go. Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors.
Oh dear.
Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.